Hi, and welcome to another Wuji Mountain Musings from here at Wuji Mountain in North Carolina, United States. And I'm happy to share another one of the many Wuji Mountain Musings that will appear in my new book, The Qi Effect. And today we're going to look at number 2, right from the beginning. And I have it on the ebook version here I'll read from, and then we'll talk about it. This one seems to be about trust, which is important these days, I think, more than ever. Trusting in the harmonious alignment of both time and space is what we long to feel at peace with where we are in the moment. Only then will a love sensation emerge. This is when we begin to accept ourselves, when we start loving ourselves, trusting ourselves. This is beautiful. Accepting ourselves in this dreaming we call life is such an amazing step. Being able to say, thank you for showing me the edge of my trust, that I am awake in my dreaming. This is when everything starts to shift. The details in the physical 3D world can never be perfect, as that's not the nature of this dimension. But the sensation and the essence, that essential energetic, the source life force is our perfect essence, and that is what we are being asked to embrace. Doing this is what helps to activate the Qi field. Of course, the life force essence we talk about is Qi itself. This Qi is not in this dimension, yet we are in this dimension. So the bridge to trust is critical. For us to even think about trust isn't just about trust between two people. It's not about trust between us and the world. Will it be a safe world to be in? The essential trust is what we sometimes call about trusting ourselves. But it's beyond even that. Because even to trust ourselves means we have to go to that place where we trust the essential fact that life force energy is not in this dimension. And I know that might sound crazy. And you might think, why is it even important to think that way? Well, I hear everybody talk about body, mind, and spirit health. Okay, this is typical. When you think of body, mind, and spirit, obviously the body, we can easily say the body is the body. It's our physical health, our breathing, our blood flow, our digestive system, our immune system. So we got that. That's clear what body is. It's a physical world around us. Then we think of mind. And we know mind is in the realm of everything that's not body. That's what we think, and you might extend it to how you feel, but essentially it's the mind. And you know me, I have my view on the 3 minds, where I take mind not as a single thing, but I look at mind as survival mind, intellectual mind, and intuitive mind. So we can maybe have an agreement of what mind is. But then we talk about spirit health. And I think that's where a lot of people mistake that aspect of life, and therefore they don't understand what trust is all about. Because to understand spirit, you have to understand trust. To understand trust, you have to understand spirit. And spirit is not in the realm of the physical. We talk about the body. It's not in the realm of mind. So where is it? Well, spirit is that trans-dimensional space, right? We talk about heaven, we talk about God, we talk about infinite consciousness. Well, what is also in that realm of spirit, that yes, permeates all things, yet it is not of this dimension, nor really tangible in this dimension. It takes the bridge of trust to allow us to understand what spirit is. And Qi, life force energy, actually exists in that domain of spirit. So we're experiencing a curious kind of dichotomy here, maybe. It could be a logic challenge. How could we work with life force energy? How can we work with spirit? How can we work with God consciousness and infinite consciousness if it's not in this dimension? Yet, we know it's not in this dimension. So we have a sort of a cognitive dissonance here where we know it's not here, yet we have to believe it's here. And that's where trust comes in. Well, the intellectual mind has no clue about trust. It knows about judgment, measurements, space-time distance, and so forth. If it can't be measured, intellectual mind has a very difficult time wrapping its mind around it. Well, survival mind is really even more so involved in the tangible type of things, eating, drinking, food, money, things like this. How is that ever going to connect us to infinite consciousness? And where is trust when we're thinking about survival? Well, then you have to say, what part of mind can help me access that? Well, you can say, oh, it's just my spiritual side. Well, what does that mean? It's too amorphous. I think it's important to understand we do have an aspect of mind that can bridge into that world of spirit and life force energy for that matter. And that's our intuitive mind. And it's through our intuitive mind that true heart resonant trust exists. And it's in that intuitive mind, heart vibration trust that reminds us who we are. It reminds us that Qi, in fact, is tangible, not because it's measurable or accessible, but through that trust, through that understanding at the intuitive, heart-resonant mind level, we know at the deepest place that this life force energy is accessible to us. We know that this level of trust can take us beyond the confines of the intellectual mind, the confines of the untrusting, non-trusting, distrusting, inability to trust intellectual mind. And certainly the challenging mind that has a big challenge to trust is the survival mind. It's constantly in check with everything relating to survival, so it's designed not to trust. This is an ancient tribal epigenetic flow. Yet we have something called heart-centered resonance. And this Shen Qi, or spirit Qi, as the ancient Taoists call it, resides in the intuitive aspect of our mind. And that's where we have true trust, because it's no longer a thought that you can intellectualize or a survival sense. It's a deeply intuitive knowing. And that's why we say, show me the edge of my trust. Thank you. That's heart-centered trigger when we say gratitude and thank you. Thank you for showing me that edge of my trust. When we can identify that we've hit an edge, a limit, the boundary of our ability to trust, we have just begun the journey to increase our ability to trust. And this isn't blind faith. Don't confuse this with faith or hope. When I talk about this level of trust, I'm going deep into the intuitive knowing that taps us into that link into the Akasha, that infinite mind. Okay? And that trust will resonate at your heart level with a deep sense of knowing. When we can recognize and admit that we've reached an edge of our trust. Every time you get frustrated, every time you get angry, every time you sense overwhelming grief or any emotion for that matter that is out of balance, you've hit the limit of your ability to trust your heart's capability for transformation. So, trust. Move it out of the survival mind, move it out of the intellectual mind, and do whatever you can with breathing. And this little mantra I share about thank you for showing me the edge of my trust. And the remembering that I'm awake in this dreaming. You are awake. Your intuitive mind is your pathway to being awake. And in that awakeness, you remember that life force energy, though it's not fully tangible in this domain, you can activate it. And you activate it through breath. deep diaphragmatic breathing. You activate it through an intention, what the Taoists call yi, how to bring qi to mind. And you activate it through many body postures, which is why I teach Qigong and travel around the world sharing movements that increase the probability and the efficiency to activate qi. This is the spirit part of mind-body health. When we bridge body, mind, and spirit, we understand that spirit is accessible through our intuitive mind. Then when we reach the edge of our trust and we feel it, we feel that frustration, that emotion, that sense that it's impossible. Well, we know then in that moment, we can say thank you. Let the intuitive mind say thank you that our intellectual mind and our survival mind have just hit their barrier, their inability to take us further. And if we're going to survive as a human race, if you're going to survive this world as an awakened being, it's time to accept the bridge to spirit, which is your intuitive mind, and to be able to say thank you for each time you recognize that you hit that limit. It's okay, because in that heart-opening moment, you expand that limit. Just by acknowledging that barrier, that limit to your trust, you have defined what lies beyond that barrier. And that's your potential. That's the Wuji, the infinite potential of who you are. That will remind you that this body and mind aspect of a human being is only a small part of who we are. And when we can embrace our spirit and we realize that we have a pathway to that spirit, we have a pathway to qi itself, to life force energy. And we truly begin to live. We truly begin to thrive and move out of just survival. So I welcome you in this path to remember to thrive and to trust the deepest part of who you are and your pathway to the infinite consciousness that you are, knowing itself through your human experience, through you wearing this human bodysuit, which is really an illusion. It's part of this journey, but it's not who you are. So welcome and embrace, through deep heart resonant trust, that spirit that dwells within you and what you see in the eyes of everyone that you meet.